Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the North Carolina Transportation Museum. I'm trying something different today. I'm trying to live stream on both YouTube and Twitch. So just bear with me for a moment while I try to figure out what I'm doing. And then we'll get started on building. I got about 2 hours, so around 8 o'clock, I'm going to call it quits. But let me know if you guys see everything okay and you can hear everything okay. It looks like there's only 16 people watching right now. I'm gonna put a thing out, but I'm trying to figure out if any of you guys have Twitch. If you could tell me, am I actually like live on Twitch? Because I really have no clue what I'm doing, and I don't know really how to check. I'm using restream.io, I think is the name of it, to try to do this. So I think it's working. Twitch tells me I'm streaming, but I just have no idea like where to look. And I also saw before earlier on when I was setting this up that OBS allowed me to have the chat window open, and now it's not there. I don't know how to open that back up. So I could see like chat for both Twitch and YouTube. So let me just fart around with this for a hot second, and then we'll just jump into if I can't figure out where the chat thing is, then we'll just jump into building. Let's see. So that pops that out. How do I look at the D-Link captions, output captions, remote controller? Yeah, I've never done this before. It's my first time streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I want to start streaming other games on Twitch, which is why I'm doing this. So this is kind of like a proof of concept just to see if I can figure out how to make it work. Let's see, settings. All right, so just bear with me for another minute or two here, and we'll get going. Let me switch over actually to Surveyor, so at least you guys can have something nice to look at, not just my face. Let me mess around with Twitch here for a second. Just trying to share some of these links. Now I got to try to keep up with all this stuff. Let me put a thing on Twitter. Oh, everything is running slow. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Yeah, this would be my first time doing Twitch and YouTube at the same time and using Restream. So, oh, come on, Twitter. Such a pain. Dude, this is so slow. What is happening? Come on. Yeah, I might have to buy one of those like Stream Deck things that so I don't have to like tax my computer. Let's see if anybody pops over in Twitch. All right, tweet, go out. Jeez. All right, we got 24 people. So like I said, I got about 2 hours to get some work done. We're gonna just sort of pick up where we left off yesterday. Let me turn down some of these settings here because I know that that's part of the problem. Just gonna have to turn this down to like something like that. I think that'll help things. It doesn't help that I've got Google Chrome open with like 30 windows, and then let's see, we can close that. Google Earth and all that kind of stuff. Let's fly down out of the way a little bit. Let's get away from this area. Go down here. This is where we left off last night or yesterday, whenever it was. And wow, maybe I should close Discord too, because everything is just... Apparently the resolution to the Twitch error. So there is a... So the video download was canceled. So there is an error on Twitch. All right, so I'm going to have to... I guess I might have to just do a separate Twitch stream just to troubleshoot that sort of stiff. Because I'm not... Let me just look at this link really quick. Kind of don't want to spend too much time troubleshooting live stream stuff. Let's see. So my bit rate might be too high. So let me just adjust my bit rate here. I don't know if I could do that on the fly. Stream output. So let's see if maybe that clears up the error over on Twitch. Let's just see. I think my bit rate was set too high because I upped it to 10,000 kilobytes or whatever it is from 5,000. So that might be part of the issue. All right, strange. All right, so I might have to just do like a private Twitch stream. I don't know. Because I don't want to... the problem is that I might have to restart the stream in order for the new bitrate to take effect. And I don't want to, like, cancel this and start it back up. But I think that that's probably what the issue is that it's sending out too much data. All right, at least it kind of... You know what? Let me do that really quick. Hold on. Sorry, dudes. Thanks for bearing with me. Let me give me 2 seconds here. The stream might go down. I'm gonna stop it and then I'm gonna quickly restart it, and it should just reconnect. But if it doesn't, I apologize. But I'm just gonna restart the stream. So just give me 1 second. All right. I don't know if I'm back. May or may not be back on YouTube. It says online. It shows that it's streaming. Twitch says sending data. Ah, it looks like it's up on Twitch now. Okay. Sweet. All right. Hopefully YouTube is back. Now, the only other thing that I don't know is how to get the chat. Let me just try to figure that out really quick, because that'll really help me big time. If I can figure out how to open up the chat window on both YouTube and Twitch, and then we can get started. But thanks for bearing with me on this. We're like 10 minutes into this, but I'll make it up to you. All right, how do I? Let's see, live studio. Is that what I have to do? How do I look at the chat? Video settings. Maybe there's not a pop-out chat. What did I see earlier, and how did it... Let me close that. Let me close that. All right. All right, let me just try one last thing. I don't remember how to do so much of this stuff in OBS. Do I have to add a thing? No, that's adding a scene. That's a source, filters, properties. How do I add another window? like a pop-out window. Scene transition, control. Oh wait, controls? Oh no, that's this. That popped out. Scene transition. Fade. Yeah, I don't know how that popped up before and how and where it went when I changed things. So, all right, we got 3 people watching over on Twitch. I'm gonna guess that's probably my mods. And yeah, I just don't know how to. Let me just look it up really quick. Because there's got to be a way to do it. Like OBS must have a thing that says, you know, pop out. I just don't know where it went. Like how it, I don't know. All right, well, I have no idea. So if you're chatting with me in one of these windows and I'm not seeing it, I apologize. I'm going to try to keep both of these open, YouTube and Twitch, so that I can monitor the chat on both of these. And I'll have to just figure out how to do the pop-out chat next time. So, because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. All right, so let's just get started here. Man, I know my computer is lagging because the RGB colors on my keyboard are like stuttering. All right, so let's get moving with this. We're going to continue working on the Salisbury section down here. Let me just get Google Earth situated. Yeah, if anybody knows the answer to that pop-out question with OBS, pop-out chat, you know, let me know in one of these things. So I'll mess with it later. Because my plan is I want to stream some other games over on Twitch. So if you're interested in watching me play anything else, I've got a whole list of games that I'm planning on playing. And if you're interested in watching some other stuff, go on over to my Twitch page. It's Approach Gaming. It's not Approach Medium. It is twitch.tv/Approach Gaming. And give me a follow or whatever. And I think I'm going to start on Monday and probably start with 7 Days to Die, because that's a really fun game. So that is going to be where I'm going to start. All right, so let's get working over here. Let's see how many of these blocks we can get filled up today. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. Is there a way I could just not look at my preview over here? All right, there we go. Willie's $5. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. All right, so what we got over here, if I remember right, was like a firehouse. Where am I on Google? Totally lost. So I'm just going to fill this in with a little bit of grass. The TRC crossings from the P&B are not... They're from Ryan's trains, and I think his site is down, but JR has permission to redistribute them in the routes. So that's that. I don't think there's any other way to get them, so you have to... You can only get them through, like, JR routes, which is unfortunate, because they're pretty nice. Although, I think that they don't work in 2019 right now. TRC is kind of funny with certain people's crossings. There's some line of code that's missing from some people's stuff. So, not all of them work in 19. So let's see, we got this fire department here. They have like a fire tower thing in the back. And then the rest is kind of just grasses and shrubs. So this is a nice, easy one to do. Let me just turn that off. Man, this is definitely lag central today. Is there anything else I can close? No, not really. Probably doesn't help that I've got like 10 tabs open in Google Chrome. Uh-oh, is YouTube frozen? Or is it... Where's my preview? Oh, my preview I think is frozen. That's weird. All right, yeah, my preview was frozen there. Okay, anyway, let's see. We can, since we got garage doors back here, we can add a little bit of this. All right, cool. We're up to 10 followers over on Twitch, so that's cool. Happy about that. Yeah, I mean, if I could get a, a decent following over there, I'll be doing some other gaming stuff. Could be fun. Let's plant a couple trees. Open this up, man. This is some serious lag today. Let's go. Oh, we gotta get on the right layer. There we go. Put a couple down like that. This isn't like fully forested or anything like that. It actually looks like it's kind of just more of a grass field than anything. Yeah, the thing with the TRC crossings is something updated, I think, or there was some kind of an update in 19 that requires like a new line in the config file. And if the creator of the crossing did not update the config file, then there's an issue. But if you add the config file yourself, then it'll work fine. So that's the thing with that. Just get a little bit of a perimeter here. Just helps add some structure to the parking area. Try to get it somewhat parallel. And let's see, I had some, I'm not gonna use those. I had some shrubs somewhere that I was using that looked pretty good, but I guess we're not gonna bother with that. We'll just put a couple of these. Boop, boop. That looks good. And I wonder what we could do for the, like underneath that fire tower. Let me grab a different texture here. We could do a little bit of this dirt texture. Let's get a fire truck back there, which would be good. Joints are stiff today. All right. So what is everybody getting into this weekend? Anything special? 44 Willies, another $1. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. I myself am going to the beach tomorrow. Super early. I'm gonna go to the beach at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Fans can donate $1. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be like 90 degrees here tomorrow, so definitely trying to get out for a bit in the morning, and I don't want to be at the beach when it's 90 degrees out because that water is going to be way too cold. So I would much rather go in the morning and then come home and peak heat and sit in the AC for the rest of the day. Let's see. I got somebody asking a question over in Twitch. How do you get good screenshots in Trains 2019? Well, with Trains 2019, if you have Trains Plus, there's a new camera option in there that is a drone camera, and that'll at least allow you to get sort of a better perspective so you're not always facing the ground. So I would recommend that. The other thing that you can do is you can use, if you enable free IntCam, which you do by going into settings, and it's one of these. Yeah, enable free internal camera. If you go and enable that, you can go into your cab of your locomotive in driver mode, and then using the arrow keys, you can like move outside of the cab, and then you can get some really cool like ground level shots and stuff like that. So that would be my recommendation. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on this fire station because there's really not much that's, I don't want to, it's far away. I don't need to detail it. So we're just trying to add a little bit of a suggestion. We'll add a couple of these nice pink flowers because why not? Helps cover things up and they look good. And I would also say we need a flag. Let's just look up flag. I know Felix made some good flags, so. Dennis Wojtek, thank you. Let's see. JR. We need a decent flag for like the front of the fire department. There we go. That looks decent enough to me. And again, this is a background scene, so I don't have to worry too much about too much. If I want to come back and add some more details, then I will. But really what I want to do is fill up these other spaces. So the next block over, we've got KFC, a Taco Bell, and let me just find myself on Google here so I can figure out what I'm looking at. Okay, and again, on the back side of this, there might be like 1 or 2 houses, so let's just do that. Just add in a couple of houses. So my, excuse me, my technique, not my technique, but my, the way I've been attacking this, and I was explaining it a little bit yesterday, is literally just building 1 block at a time, like 1 city block. And by breaking it down in that way, it's a lot easier to cover this whole area and not be so overwhelmed. So I just focus on 1 block, and I try to model all 4 sides of it all at one time. And then when I'm done with it, then I move on to the next one. And it's gotten me this far, so I would recommend that if you are trying to cover a large area, as I am, with a city, or even a like a suburban housing development or something like that, just do 1 single block at a time and focus on that, and you'll get it done faster than you think. All right, let's see. There's actually a road that runs through here, so let's go ahead and add that also. I think there's a... I thought there was a narrow version. Wait, what is this? Is this a narrow version? Tbs Road normal, 25 miles per hour, no markings. Wide. Wait, hold on. I thought I saw narrow somewhere in here. Let me just search it. TBS. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that'll kind of bookend the back of the restaurants here, so that's nice. All right, neat. So the other thing that's great to do, by the way, yeah, so I'm literally gonna just stop the model right here at this intersection. I'm not, there's more city that goes on this way. I ain't doing all that. So I think that's an acceptable distance away from the tracks. You know, that's far enough away. I'm not modeling more than that. So in case you were wondering, that's my game plan there. So let's see, let's use these things to create a bit of a perimeter. And we'll shape this up. Like just one side at a time. I'm just doing this really quickly. One there and there, here. Sweet. Do you think that liking trains is a form of mental illness? No, absolutely not. Definitely don't. I would not agree with that. What I think might be a form of mental illness is this mess that I keep getting myself into, where I'm making these roads. That maybe I would agree is some kind of mental illness, but maybe it's just OCD. Liking trains in general, no, not at all. Totally normal thing. Especially more so if you have a family member who, as I did, worked on the railroad too. All right, we're gonna kind of chop this thing up in a second, but that's just the basic outline. This chair is so uncomfortable. I really need to spend like a lot of money and get one of those really good chairs. I always forget the name. It's like some guy's name, I think. One of the I don't know. Those chairs they're like $1,000 or something like that, but they're supposedly the best chairs that you could buy. I can't. Herman Miller, that's it. But I just don't want to spend that kind of money on a stinking desk chair, you know? It's too much. Although, I mean, I spend probably 90% of my day sitting in this chair, so in theory, it would be a wise investment. It's one thing I notice is that, like, when I'm sitting here with like my legs, either my legs crossed or my ankles crossed. And it's been messing like my stride, like when I'm walking, it's been messing me up. Like I think I'm like stretching one leg out too much, overstretching one, and then I don't know, it's just weird. Anyway, all right, yeah, that's fine, good enough for me. Let's add angled parking, yes. So it's gonna go that way. This is not parallel, is it? Yeah, it's all right. All right, so don't shoot me if this looks like it's too close. I think it's enough space. That looks like enough space to me. All right, so now that we know that that's gonna go there, let's make our opening like right there. And let's see, we're gonna add another spline point right here. We'll delete that, and then we're gonna add this one here like this. I don't know, to me, doing this sort of stuff is all about creating shapes and like sort of, it's almost like coloring in the lines. Like I'm creating the inking, the outlines, you know what I mean? And I don't know. it adds more visual structure, I feel like, and like a place for your eye to go. So that's one reason why I really like messing with these median assets, as well as just doing road markings in general, because it does add a pretty decent... Let's do this. We'll make like an opening in between these two, so you can go to Taco Bell and then go get your Kentucky Fried Chicken. 31 people. Where is everybody? I know I haven't been, you know, posting videos lately, but man, YouTube is just not promoting my stuff anymore. I had a couple people message me yesterday and say that they got my notification that I was doing a live stream like hours after I had finished it. So I don't really know what's going on with that. Really frustrating. It's like you don't post a video for, you know, a little bit on YouTube, and then it just thinks that you're dead. It says, all right, your channel is done. Rip. How are the frame rates? Believe it or not, if I'm not streaming, my frame rate is fine. I get like, I don't know, 30 to 50 frames per second when I'm around in here. So I don't have any issues, but as soon as I start streaming, I had to turn down all my settings and everything like that, and deal with that. Lower game settings and all that. Because, you know, my computer's processing all this stuff, trying to play the game, and then on top of that, it's got to encode all of this data and stream it out. Plus, I've got 2 windows open so I can monitor these chats, and they've got video playback happening at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. All right, let's see. Yeah, I hate these assets that the freaking signs are attached to it. So let's see, how can we make this work? Guess we do something like this. Let's put a break there. Nope. What am I doing here? Let's see if we can kind of match this up somehow. I hate that this looks like this. Oh, we're not, well, yeah, you know what? We're not going to go all the way up there, actually. Because cars need a way to get out. So, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, you probably hear Jersey Transit outside. So I live right at the train station. All right, yeah, so that works. Let's add a little sidewalky. I know exactly what it is with these buildings too that have the signs attached, because I've bought buildings from Turbo Squid and CG Trader, and that's how they come. You know, whoever made it just kind of like puts them together. So what you're supposed to do when you buy it is move the sign to some other place. You know, not just export it into the game directly like this. All right, let's see. We're gonna add a sidewalk here as well. And again, I'm not gonna go too in depth with this whole establishment here. I say that as I continue to add parking lots and sidewalk splines. But let's just get that to there. Again, the name of the game here is just sort of cover space. Will I be releasing this route once it's finished? Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm hoping to have it done by next month, which, I don't know, maybe it's completely unrealistic to think that I can do that, but that's my game plan. So stay tuned for an announcement about, yeah, when it's coming out. Because I'll do a release video and whatever else to let you guys know. Yeah, this one actually has a lot of parking. KFC's got lots of parking. We'll do, I don't know if I have enough space to do one of these. Maybe I do. Yeah, let's do it. Just add another. KFC is a popular spot down here in North Carolina. Nice. All right, there we go. Great. What happened to Trains 2019? I haven't really fully committed to Trains 2019 yet. So that's what happened to 2019. I haven't fully adopted it yet. I haven't gotten that far. I will be soon, but not yet. Yeah, this parking lot's looking a little plain, but you know what? We're gonna spice it up with a couple of trees like this. Nothing too big. Do a couple of these. Why not? Something in between. And then we got grass over here. So this will be the other half of this block. But yeah, so Trains 2019, I'm probably going to be switching to that almost exclusively soon. The real problem that I have with moving over to 19 is that I create routes and then I sell the routes, right? Well, there's still a lot of people that are using Tane. So if I switch over to 2019, then I'm going to lose customers because 2019 routes aren't going to be backwards compatible with Tane. So it's almost better for me to create my routes in Tane and then release a 2019 version of them later because I can upgrade the Tane version. And then I've got two versions, so I've got a bigger customer base. So I kind of struggle with that a little bit. Because honestly, I'd like to switch over to 19 exclusively because I like the way that I like the cameras and I like the lighting. But I just don't know if there was an easy way to like convert assets back from 2019 to Tane, then I don't know, maybe it'd be a little bit easier. Let's put a house over here too. So that's really what I'm kind of hung up on. It's not that I don't really like 2019. It's just that I don't want to alienate a chunk of my base. You know what I mean? Not that I'm not trying to say that I do this specifically for the money. Don't try to don't misconstrue that. That is part of it for sure, because what I'm doing right now and the videos that I produce and the stuff that I sell is paying my bills. So yes, there is part of that, but you know, I do this for fun as well. That's how it all started. All right, let's grab a couple more trees. Let's grab these guys. Let's put a couple here. Put a couple there. All right, fabulous. All right. Let me just peek over at OBS really quick. All right, cool. Let's see, let's add some variation to our ground textures. All right, let's just take a quick peek. Seems a little plain, but, you know, from the vantage point we're really going to be looking at it from, which is going to be over here, I think we're probably fine. Gets the point across, you know what I mean? All right. All right, next block. Let's see. Should we work our way? Might as well go this way because I only have one block to do here, or 2 blocks rather. So let's just extend our road. To the edge. What textures do you use around lakes and riverbanks? Usually you want to find some kind of a mud dirt texture. FX dirt or dust is good. JR textures are good, but yeah, any kind of like dirt and dust and moss and that sort of thing. So these two should be pretty quick, pretty straightforward. It's just a bunch of houses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my spot over here where I've got some houses to copy from. These ones. We'll do a little copy pasta. Let's find our way back over in this mess. I think we got to go this way. Or can I turn the draw distance up just a little bit? Let's see what happens. Wait, didn't I just pull this road down to here? Or am I dreaming? I swore I did that. All right, weird. All right, let's see if we can paste these down halfway decently. Yeah, we have to just tweak the rotation. Maybe we don't even need to tweak the rotation. We might be good. I might just let it go. And we'll just sort of do-si-do some of these houses around so that the copy paste doesn't look so obvious, even though definitely is. Yeah, we're not that far off on the rotation, so I'm gonna let that go. So let's try to squeeze some houses in here. So yeah, these 2 blocks. This one kind of looks like it has more of an apartment complex, but I'm not even going to waste my time with that. I'm just going to paste down some of these houses. Because it's going to be a whole lot easier. Let's see, I don't want to do that. Let's go. There we go. So that gets us started, you know what I mean? Like, we just have to add in some driveways and do the grass and the trees and stuff like that, and then that's gonna fill up really quick. You know, the other thing is this process objects behind camera. I'm gonna put that back on and just see if that helps. Might help a little bit. And then we got to put out some driveways, and that'll be, maybe bring power lines down. That'll fill that space up pretty nicely, I think. And then we'll work our way to the east. And if we're lucky, it'll mostly just be houses that we have to copy and paste. Man, texturing, that's the other thing that's just driving me nuts with Tane lately, is that anytime I do anything with the terrain or ground textures, it's just massive lag. Like, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes sometimes when I'm using the terraform tool for like everything to catch up. It's really, really irritating. And I don't know what the issue is with that. I think I've just got too much crap installed into my game. It's just overloaded. All right, throw down some driveways real quick. Luckily, I've gotten pretty proficient at this annoying task. And when I copy and paste, I don't copy and paste any of the driveways or anything like that, just because I've got to move all the houses anyway. You know, I might have to rotate them or change them in some way. And then having to like do that with the splines too, either move them or delete them, it's just too annoying. So I would much rather just do what I'm doing right now and do each one of these individually rather than having to like fix a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna pull this down all the way down to this corner. Add some nice visual noise for us. I'm gonna make sure that it is not doing this and like ending up on a driveway or a road. So we'll just add a spline point there. And that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that looks good. Sweet. Do I have power lines on this side too? No, I don't. I'm not even gonna, probably not even gonna bother with that. So we'll just place a couple houses on the insides. Try to find some different ones. I always end up kind of I always end up just making the same decisions, just picking the same ones, because I don't thumb through them too far, or I kind of like randomly grab them, and then it's the same handful of houses. Keep using them over and over again. Sweet. Again, I'm not gonna stress too much about the rotation. I don't think it's necessary for something like this. All right, that'll be good. We'll add some driveways. What is this music? Music in my head. All right, that's good. We just need to add a couple houses over here. Let's just add one. Is that the same house? No, that's a different house. And then I think what we could do is just... Sometimes I'll just grab like a group of trees and copy and paste them. I don't want to use these actually, so I'm not going to do that. I don't want to use these M-Erst trees because they're too high poly. In fact, I need to replace those out of here a little bit. So we'll just sort of spam a couple trees in here. Let's move our field of view out a little bit. Just use the same handful of trees that we're always using. Why not? That's the taller one. Doesn't have to be anything too pretty. Try to avoid some kind of a pattern. And then, what's the other tree that I use? This one. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there we go. We just filled in 2 blocks super quick. Nice. Let's add let's add a tree there. I don't really like when like I'm looking down a road and it just sort of looks very samey the whole way down. So I like trying to break that up a little bit with maybe a couple trees or even just some ground texture is good. Changes it up a little bit. Cool, that's looking pretty good. I see something that we can fix real quick right here. Gotta just add our, seems just so stupid, but add our stop lines in and fix the spline points a little bit. It'll look much better. And we could add, we will add traffic lights too. Even though I think that this intersection might not actually have traffic lights, we'll still just make it look better. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, I don't think that this intersection does have traffic lights, but I'm adding them. Adding them anyway. Sweet, and then we need the SY. Cool, all right. It's good enough to me. All right, yeah, texture bleed is a little annoying in some places, but oh, can't let it bother me too much. What's going on with our power lines here? I wish that advanced tab would just stay open because it's really irritating when you click out of it and then it goes away. I would really like to, there we go. All right, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Cool. All right, let's do a quick save. Sorry, just checking something quick. Okay. All right, so let's do this one next. Let me reorient myself on this. Google Earth. Figure out where I am. Oh my god, I'm so lost. There we go. Okay. All right, sweet. I mean, this is just a couple of houses and some trees on this next one, too. So that'll be easy. Yeah, actually, most of these are just sort of... Those are all just houses. You know what? So I'm not going to do that. Let me switch over to Earth here. Make sure that that works. Yeah, it's like... so here's the firehouse that we were working on a moment ago. The fire tower. So the next lot over would be this one here. That's just houses. All these are just mostly houses. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with that, even though that's stuff that I have to. I'm gonna have to fill it in, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm thinking maybe we can do some detail work closer to trackside. So let's take a look at maybe some trackside scenes. Maybe this cement facility here I left largely undetailed, as well as the place across the street. So why don't we take some time and throw some details in there? So I think that would be pretty good. But first, I'm going to look up on the download station really quick. I'm going to look up some cars that Willie's was telling me to look up. Everything is lagging out here. Said iCar. So let me just see what's on the download station here. SAP parked cars. These are 1950s cars. It's a spline. We got a modern car. Ah, all right, let me download that. Okay, why is stuff not showing up here? Game is acting kind of weird here. Let me see something here today. Ah, okay. So this is... Why? Why would you put a police car in there? This is useless with the police car. Every other car would be fine. The police car is like, all right, what am I gonna do? Make a whole parking lot like this. And there's gonna be a police car every couple of feet. Come on. Get out of here. All right, anyway. What else do we have? Oh, he's got some other ones. Sweet, so we're gonna throw some cars down. Hopefully they will fit in some of these spaces here. If not, I'm just gonna adjust the freaking parking lot spline. Can I... What? How does this work? Can you... Is this a spline? Why does it have the... Why does it look like it's a spline? It's so weird. Anyway, I'm going to... Can I adjust the spacing on here enough to accommodate these? Nope. Because I'm totally not placing... So that's the 10 foot. Would the 9 foot work? I really don't know if this is the 10 foot versus the 9 foot, if that's the length or if that's the width of these. Seems like it might be the width. Let me just see. Because I'm not hand placing individual cars. Like, that's just too much for me. I'll make road markings all day, but doing cars is just... All right, so the 9 foot actually seems to be a little bit more acceptable. Actually placing that many cars and rotating and all that is just too much. Impossible. Okay, so let's see. That's the one with the cop car in it. So what is this, just 3? You know what kind of like lags out for a second when I place it down. I guess I need to replace these lines with the 9 foot ones, huh? All right, so I just wanted to check that out really quick, so I'm not going to focus too much on this specifically. All right, that'll work out. CM Duck says it's the length. All right, well, it seemed like the width was a little bit different too. But I don't know, maybe I'm just making stuff up in my head. Let's see, let's get some trailers over here too. Not gonna use any of the JR ones. Put a couple of these down. I like these ones that are these lease ones that don't have any like defining markings on them. Because then they could just be used for whatever. I feel like, you know, if I start putting things down with certain names on them or markings or whatever, then that sort of ties them to something specific. Let's put a couple of those there. Let me get my... Let's add a couple of these Freightliner trucks. I like these colors are pretty cool. That red is way too much. Too bright. White is good. Anything that's a little bit leans more neutral is really what I'm going for the most part. Oh, that says FedEx on it. I don't want one that says FedEx. I was hoping it was just white. Like this one. Sweet. Put a couple of those there. Let me look at what we got going on at this facility. Got some people over in the Twitch, Icer and Alsenor. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining over on Twitch. If you guys are on YouTube, I did set up a Twitch account, and I will be streaming some other games on Twitch starting next week. So if you're interested in seeing me play some other games, including first-person shooters and other world builders or whatever, like Stardew Valley or Minecraft and any of that kind of stuff, that's all going to happen over on Twitch. So check it out. It is Approach Gaming is the name of the Twitch handle there. It's not Approach Medium, it's Approach Gaming. Give it a look, give it a follow. Help me become an affiliate so I don't have to find a real job. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Got roadway truck. I like the roadway ones. They're pretty generic. That's a JR vehicle, so I'm not using that. Got some of these VTL cars. They're a little bit different than the other ones, so I'll take it. Sweet. We'll throw this over here. Beverage truck scenery. Got some junk cars. I like these, the flat nose trucks. Those are always my favorite. We'll slap that guy there. Maybe a couple more trailers and some more like debris on the ground. Do we need to add any more details to the museum itself? Is that what you're asking? I don't know. I might have to go check that out. I know I haven't done a lot of trackside detail work like through this area, so that's why I'm trying to get some of that done. Because it needs to happen, and this is kind of fun stuff that I think you guys kind of like watching, right? This is Mopac. Park a couple of these guys over here too. Let's maybe do something like this. Sneak this guy underneath. Sweet. Dig that. Let's go to our details pick list. Find some nonsense to sprinkle around here. Things on pallets. Throw some of this stuff down. It seems like there's a lot of like construction supply type places around here. So that's what we're gonna sort of stick with that as a theme. Man, that lag is real. Cinder blocks, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to look into one of those Stream Deck things and see if maybe that's something that would benefit me if I'm going to be doing more streams. I definitely haven't tried to live stream any other games, so I might have more issues than I'm even prepared for. It's always possible. I always like using this guy. I used this last night. Let's see, we're going to have to lock that. Do this one too. Move some of this stuff just out of the way. And I had some pallets too, like a stack of like beat up pallets that I was using for a while. Stack of pallets like disposed of. I was using them on the P&B lately. Oh, we got a couple more people over on Twitch. Hello. Welcome, friends on Twitch. This is exciting. I'm doing something new. Doing something different. For a change, which is nice, as I need a break from... I have this bad habit where I kind of fall into... Man, I don't like any of these. I start falling into like these patterns of like how I do things, like how I create videos. And it's like one of these weird things where really it's not a bad thing. It's just that I start getting I streamline things too much and I get too efficient at it. And then as soon as I do that, then the fun kind of wears off. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily a bad thing in terms of like getting really efficient and streamlining, you know, your process and stuff like that, because that is a good thing. It's just that when I get to that point, then I'm just bored. And I'm like, all right, I got to do something else. So doing something else, doing Twitch, getting Twitch going and doing that sort of thing, that's exciting and new to me. And playing some other games. Whether or not I get subscribers or followers or whatever on Twitch, doesn't matter. I'm just trying to have some fun. Alrighty, let's see. There is kind of a bit of a fence, like down the length of this. I don't know if I really care to put that in. We could put a couple more vehicles over here, though. Wait, hang on. Man, I'm really interested to see what the new UI is going to look like for, I don't know, Trains 2019, whatever, plus, whatever they're going to call it. Because they keep kind of like tickling about it in their newsletters. They're like, oh, and we're developing the new UI. Did I say AI before? I meant UI. You know, I'm interested to see what that's gonna look like, because you know, this isn't great, this interface. It's not terrible. It's just there's a lot of room for it to improve, you know. So I'd be interested to see what they're gonna change. Mainly, you know, some of my real pet peeves are like changing the pick list. You have to go into this drop-down menu, and then you go into this menu, and then it's all the way over here, and then this list keeps changing orders every time that you do it. Like, the pick list should just be right here. This should be the pick list, or, you know, tabs at the top or something like that, you know. So I would really like to see that, and then also, like, I don't know, maybe a way to like lock these tabs open or like drag them around would be really great. Especially the layers tab, because I'd like to know what layer I'm working on. Because I think we've all made that mistake where you start building on the wrong layer and then you have to like merge it. It's just a pain in the butt. So just some thoughts on that. But I highly doubt anybody from N3V is watching this at the moment, because it's like, I don't know, middle of the night over there, I think. Cool. It's starting to look a little bit more like a thing. That van is like too out of scale. What am I looking for? This one. So again, like, I hate these sort of like this like negative space in the middle, because I can't really, how do you create action in there, you know? Because if I put a car here, like in my imagination, I could be like, oh yeah, that car he's driving over here or something like that. But, you know, when you look at it, it just looks like it's just a car like in the middle of the lot. So how do you, you know, create some kind of movement or some purpose? I don't know. Let's add another trailer or two. Just add one here. Just put it right there. Why not? Yeah, that looks cool. It's looking kind of busy. I'm gonna put down a couple of trees too in the median there, divider. I gotta find the ones that I like. These little Yasin ones. Probably some of my favorites to use because they're pretty small. They got a good color, good shape. I'll just put a couple of these down. Where am I? I just lost my place. Here we go. You know, just delete that last one. I want to like block the view of the traffic light, although that's totally real and normal to happen. Let's try to get a lower level view. That's looking pretty good. Let's just add a little texture variation, like very little, because that kind of helps. But we'll just do a little couple of splotches. Wow, those two blend really nicely. It's FX Dust and one of the City Cinders textures, City Dirt 02. That's nice. The crossings are from TBS. Unfortunately, they're no longer available because TBS is gone. They will be included with the route, though, because I have permission to distribute them. And where are the trees from? The trees are from the download station. They're just STRMM trees. They're same trees that I use all over the place on pretty much everything I build. So pretty much everything on this route, as much as possible, is going to come from the download station. Like I said, the crossings are not going to be from the download station, but I'm friends with the TBS guys, and I have permission to include them with the route. So these will be included there. Let's see, what else could we detail around here? Got some decent scenicking around the edges here. Obviously, there's cars that we could put down. I don't know. Do I really want to waste my time with all that? Am I checking the Twitch chat? Yes. I see you're watching both on YouTube and Twitch. Nice. Yeah, sorry if I miss you over on the Twitch chat. I do have both of these windows open next to each other. And there's only a couple people watching on Twitch, so... The YouTube chat is more busy, so I'm paying more attention to that. Just throw a tree here. Why not? Yes, TBS is gone. Try to go to their website. It is no more. Unfortunately. All right, let's maybe place a couple vehicles just kind of over here. Let's use these stupid HP ones. Put one here, and yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get on Squid or CG Trader and get some proper cars in this game. Yeah, I know. I'm going to sprinkle some cars in the lots. I just don't know if I want to do that during the stream because that is just bloody boring to watch. So I'm trying to think of interesting things that we can work on together. I like this cement yard. Let's see if there's other stuff that we can add to that. Of course, there's always more. You can, you know, if you really allow yourself to spend some time on a scene, you can really jam pack it with stuff. But I'm not really going to go to that limit, that extreme. Let's place a couple of these guys down. Let's see. Where's that truck? Trucks. I like the pickup trucks. Throw one of these down. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. See, this is what I understand. Like, in my pick list here, this is where the game is getting all kind of messy on me. I've got the thing highlighted here. Truck, Chevy, Cheyenne. Wow, I could never, ever freaking say that. It shows up in the object tab, but it doesn't show up in the list. But I can still place it. It's really strange. I wonder what if I use the get tool. Now, if I use the get tool, it'll take me there. I don't know. Really weird. Trains bugs. All right, so we're gonna rotate these in. Nice rotation bug. Glitch, whatever. Sweet. Move that. Cool. So let's see, we could add maybe a couple more of these loaders kind of like parked. I kind of wish these doors would open, you know, like that would be really cool to, you know, have like one of these things like half, you know, half in the garage like this or something like that. Make a little scene where they're like servicing it or something along those lines would be really neat. So we got some of that. What is on the other side here? Oh, we can add, okay. Yeah, let's do some of this. Nice. Now I remember. Yeah, we're gonna delete that. We'll place down a couple like cement barrier things, like maybe they make them, these ones. This is what we were using yesterday. Just place a bunch of these down. And I'm probably not going to spend any time rotating them properly. I'm just going to position them however they'll sort of fit in there. Maybe we'll put that there. And then what did I have? Like pallets of... I'm like looking at Google, just trying to imagine like what is over here. Looks like there's pallets of... it almost looks like stacks of lumber. Oh, you know what? I bet you that's what that is. This is like a lumber yard. Looks like cement. It's like a cement plant over here, up here. And then down here, it's like... There's like stacks of lumber and stuff. So maybe we can include some of that for sure. Let's see. What do we got? That'll work. That's a little too bright. Might have to just use whatever. That's not bad. I'm trying to remember what ones I used on the H&W, because those were pretty decent. I think it was these. Oh, that's nice. Wrapped. We got a partial stack. That's nice. That's useful. Very useful. Lumber on pallets. All right, so we got a couple things here. Let's just kind of move them. Yo, this lag. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. $10 from CM Duck. Thank you, man. Here's a few bucks to avoid the job search or a beer. For Trains Plus 2.0 UI, being able to give nicknames to assets would be great. Having to translate Russian or modify the config gets old. Yes, I can totally agree with that. It would be so helpful to be able to add some kind of a nickname to your assets, because you're not wrong, man. Some of these assets have these crazy even if it's not some foreign name or something like that, people just have a weird, you know, naming structure, or they have different, just strange names for simple things. Like this is Mill Assets Lumber number 3. Like, does it have to be that specific? You know what I mean? But yes, adding nicknames to assets would be clutch. Oh man. So we'll just move a couple of these here. And we should get should grab a forklift too. Ooh, that's pretty decent. It's a little repetitive, but you know what? I'll take that over these ones. Screw it. We're going to use these. Let's move that out of the way. I like that. Yes, that looks much better. Yeah, I'm going to grab... Oh, wow, this is some lag. I don't know if it's these assets. It could be the assets, these specific ones, which is probably my guess. All right, I got about half an hour left to hang out. So let's see what else we can get done in a half an hour. Let's get another... Where's my box trucks? You know, that'll be good to put over here. I think I called it AM box truck. Yep. Sweet. Here we got a couple of these guys. Have him loading at the dock there. By the way, I will do a pack eventually, one day, when I'm done with this route. Of these vehicles with like proper skins on them and stuff like that. So that'll be coming eventually, just not for a little while. Definitely have plans to do some P&B versions and maybe some DBEV, like exclusive versions, and that sort of deal. Webcam is blurry. Not much I could do about that. I think it's probably because the game is just lagging so much. I know I'm looking at your comments are like 2 minutes behind everything. Or I'm 2 minutes behind your comments. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, there's nothing I can quite do about that, unfortunately. I think it's just because it's probably YouTube is compressing one thing or another, because the game is lagging a little bit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can close out. Let me see something here. If I go to my resource monitor, I want to see what it looks like here. Task manager. It's like barely even loading up. CPU 100%. Yes. Okay. Nice. GPU is like 70%. Yeah, so we're just really taxing this rig. Yeah, CPU is just pegged at 100%. That's really, this game is pretty CPU heavy, so that is part of the problem. All right, so let's see what else we could do here. I think it's out of focus. I mean, I could try to... Let me see what's going on in OBS. Looks fine on OBS. It looks fine on my end. I think it's the encoding. I'm gonna blow my nose, excuse me. All right, so let's see. We got some more loading areas over here. We could add some more trucks over here if we want. Oh, you know what? Let's go up to the museum itself, and let's do some stuff up there. Now it's really gonna get Really gonna get pixelated, I'm sure, as I fly over. There we go. Let me give it a minute to render everything and catch up. Look at the chats. All right, sweet. Oh man, it is super lag fest. Yeah. All right, let me turn down the draw distance again. All right, let's get some cars in some of these parking spots because I think that that's going to help bring this area much more to life. Try to use some more of the low poly stuff. We won't go too crazy with cars over here. Just sprinkle them in. And maybe one more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that the Stream Deck thing over the weekend and see if maybe that would benefit me. The thing is, I've got 3 monitors also, so I don't know how that thing would connect because I think it has to hook up to your GPU directly and it like acts sort of as a monitor. So you turn on some kind of, I think you put on like mirroring, so I don't know. It sends out like this monitor that I'm playing on would be duplicated and then one of them basically gets plugged into the deck and broadcast out from there. But I really have no idea how that works. I have to do a little investigating and learn about it. Oh man, is there anything else I could dial down a little bit? Not really. Oh, let me just shut my door quick because my wife is about to get home. Just don't want her to be disturbed. So right outside my door is the kitchen and the living room, so if she wants to come back and watch TV or make some dinner or something like that and she's banging around in the kitchen, then I don't want her to feel like she's bothering me. Shut my door. Oh, I gotta do this other thing real quick too. Okay, sweet. So let's place a couple more cars. What other details you guys think I could or I should work into the area around the museum here on the street or in the museum itself? Because like I said, I've never been to this part of North Carolina, and I've never been to that museum. So if I'm missing something, you guys who have been there could let me know. I'll try to incorporate it. Do I live close to the train track? Yes, right outside this window here. I mean, if you watched yesterday, I did a couple views out the window of the trains going by. So yeah, I'm right next to Jersey Transit, live right at the train station. So I'm constantly hearing the trains go by. We get 1 freight train a week. Well, I guess you can say 2. It's 1 southbound and then he comes back north. So I guess maybe that counts as 2. But he went south yesterday and he should be coming back today. I don't know if he's coming back up tonight or tomorrow or what. But we'll find that out. Okay, did I save recently? I'm gonna save before everything melts down. Adding people, yeah, that's like the last thing that I always end up doing. Yeah, I could probably add some people at some point. I'm not going to do it right now. It's probably better for me to add them into the museum rather than on the street here, because as you can see, we're already taking a big hit frame rate wise just with this. So kind of don't want it to have that much of an impact on the museum itself. You know, I'll put some people up here at this picnic area for sure. You know, people walking around. I think that would definitely add to that. Oh, by the way, so this building that I've been working on, I added a bake to it today, and it's looking much better. Let me get a view of it. I mean, there's still a ton of stuff that I have to do to it. It's not done, but just adding that bake layer to the edges and everything like that made it look a million times better, even with just this sort of base texture that I've included on it. So piece of cake there, looking good. All right. Man, I can't believe the lag that I'm getting here. All right, let's place a couple more cars. Oh my god, this is so bad. Might have to just end this pretty soon. But actually, it's 7:44, so I'm gonna end it pretty soon anyway. It's weird that the cars kind of move out of sync with each other. I don't know what's up with that. It's like some of them, it's not so noticeable. Yeah, that's fine. So here's another fire department too that I have included. Maybe we can add another vehicle or something like that. Let's just look up fire. Just put some kind of an emergency vehicle outside so it has some sort of suggestion of what it is. I always like doing that. Doesn't have to be a fire truck, but maybe a ambulance or you know, some sort of a special unit. It's like some of these just seem a little bit out of scale. It's hard to tell. But yeah, let's take a look at the museum in a second. And we'll just see if there's any details that we can add into the actual museum grounds. So slow. What's this? NSW Fire. I'm guessing that's not American. Yeah, I mean, just something like this is good. All right, yeah, that's good on that. Let's go over to the museum. And aside from cars in the parking lot and people, what else could we add? Let me go to it on Google. So the only thing that really stands out in my mind is like what I'm guessing is sort of their work area, looking at it on Google. So there's could probably add some more debris and things like that. NSW, New South Wales. Okay, Australia. Makes sense. The tracks could use some overgrowth. That's a thought, too. Like I said, I've never been there, so, I mean, it's a museum. I would think that they would keep their track at least in somewhat decent condition. What we could do is add some more grasses around some of the buildings. Let me see here. 342. Oh man, yeah, this is just dragging so bad. That's grass inside. Try to keep the grass outside of the building. I used to hate spline grass. It was just never... I don't know why. I would always go for the actual, like, asset, I don't know, version of it instead of the spline. But the spline version is just so much better. It conforms to your terrain, covers more ground. Let's try to get down to ground level here. See, it's like this area in the middle here feels a little plain to me, but I think that that's kind of what it actually looks like. Like there seems to be some old foundational pieces, probably from like an old building, but can't really easily model that. Oh, there we go. Earth was kind of bugging out on me. Oh yeah, we could add some, I think there's like picnic tables and stuff over here, so we could add some picnic tables. I'm guessing that's what this is. Looks like a picnic area on Google. Oh, I can go into Street View? Ooh, okay. Yeah, so there's picnic tables over here. How did I not know this? Sweet. Speeders. Yeah, I might be able to find a speeder. Let me grab one of these picnic tables. Wow. Whoa, I way overshot that. There we go. So let's lock this layer, or lock it on the, lock these buildings onto the locked layer. I'm just gonna plop a couple of these down. Put a couple out here too. I'll just kind of roughly rotate them because the picnic tables, they're not going to be perfect. People getting up and sitting down and moving them around, pushing them together for a bigger seating area, whatever. What up, Mal39? You joined just in time for me to begin wrapping things up here in a few minutes. Flowers by the sidewalk. Yeah, that's another thing I could add. And we'll just sort of roughly rotate these. Yeah, I guess the other fun thing is for you guys, like once the route is released, you know, you can populate it with people yourselves and create your own, you know, little picnic scenes or whatever. You know, if that's your thing. I know a couple people out there, a few of my patrons and stuff, they like to take routes and sort of personalize them and add their own details and scenes and things like that. So I know people are out there doing that. That's always a lot of fun too. If you don't have time to like fully make a route from scratch or something, you can take somebody else's work and sort of tweak it to fit Fit your own aesthetic, your own storyline. There we go. Let's move that sort of like over there. What else is over here? Oh, let's see if, do I have a speeder? I don't know where they keep the speeders here, but yeah, we could park one somewhere. No, I actually don't have a speeder. Thought I did. Not a big deal. All right, what else is over here? I guess we could probably, whoo, just got a tickle in my ear. And a trash can or something like that would be good too. I know I've got one somewhere in this pick list, so we'll just try to search it out really quick. There it is. Sweet. Let's kind of drop a couple of those. Why not? There we go. That'll be good. Just trying to like pan the camera around a little bit. Let's see, what other details are around here? Are there other like trackside details and stuff like that? It's one thing that I'm wondering. I know they've got like the signals there. It's just like some of this just seems kind of like really plain to me. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it is or why. Oh my God. Let me zoom in a little bit. MT14. I don't know what that is. Is that a texture or is it a... I don't have that. Maybe. Oh, is that a speeder? Let me just download station real quick. Not coming up on the download station. All right, not a big deal. Oh man, slow down. There we go. Let's make a little sort of rubbish pile over here real quick, and then we'll call it a night on this before my computer just has a full-blown meltdown. It is lagging something fierce right now. Let's add some debris. Just kind of grabbing what I can. Put some stuff over there. MT19. Let's see. MT19. Let me check the DLS. MT19. Ah, okay. Yep. Let me... SP... Yeah, SP would probably be right. Southern Pacific. I got a Conrail one. That's nice. Oh, is it a drivable, like a rail car? Oh, it is. Okay, so I could put that, let me put that on the session layer. Let's see, it's on the download station, so I could put it on the route layer. SP. Where would we want to put that? I'll just put it right here. That's cool. Oh, the lights are on it though. It's kind of annoying. Can you turn that off? Guess not. Whatever, we'll just leave that there for now. All right, well, I think... Let me just throw down a little texture here. And then I'm gonna call it a night on this because I need to figure out why why this is taxing my machines so badly, so that way next time I can clear it up. What I should do actually is see if it does this on another route. So you know what? Actually, before I quit out, I'm gonna go over to the P&B. Can I do that? Yeah, there's no spoilers. I'm gonna go to the P&B and we'll just take a look together and just see if there's any major lag there, because it could just be this route and the absolutely ridiculous amount of speed trees and all this nonsense that I've got here. So yeah, let's just do that really quick and then I'm gonna call it quits for the night. So I'm gonna save this and let's just go over to the P&B really quick and then that's gonna be that. The game might just crash on me, and that would be it. Right. So let's see. Back. Let's see. P&B. There we go. So yeah, it seems like the Transportation Museum does not like to be streamed, is my guess, because there's just too many trees, too many speed trees. So I'm gonna have to. I gotta have some people like test run it and do some beta testing to make sure that that's not going to be an issue. Because if if too many people have lag issues with that map, it's not gonna sell, or people are just gonna have bad experiences with it, and I don't want that. So I might have to do some optimizing, and then. I don't know, reduce the amount of trees, or maybe I need to make it smaller. I don't know. Come on, P&B. Oh man, why is this taking so long to load? Hey. I know it's a bigger map than the Transportation Museum, but it's not as wide. It shouldn't have to render so much stuff. Watch, it's probably going to spawn me right in the middle of Allegheny. That's what's going to happen. So yeah, anyway, I'll just give you one more shameless self-plug. Head over to check out my Twitch account, Approach Gaming. We're hoping to do some other gaming streams starting next week, and we'll see how that goes. So if you've ever wanted to see me stream anything else or play any other games, that's going to be the place to check it out. So head over to Approach Gaming on Twitch and give me a follow. Wow, this is like P&B, it's just not even loading here. Don't know what the problem is. Let me, I'm gonna close out Google Earth. Maybe that'll free up a little bit of CPU space. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely more, yeah, man, it's definitely the Transportation Museum is having problems. I could probably even turn the settings back up. Let me turn my settings up to what I normally play with them on. Just for some... just to see how it compares. All right, we're totally frozen. Let's go up to the brewery really quick that I just put in. Oh, man. Whoa. It's so funny. It only does this when I'm streaming. Like, if I'm playing, like, normal or I'm making a video, it's fine. It's just that it's all the encoding and everything when you're streaming. It's just too much. Yeah, it's loading in slowly, but it's loading in. Yeah, very strange. Yeah, I'll have to look into that Stream Deck thing. But anyway, that's, I'm going to end it here. That's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for hanging out for a little bit. Sorry for the technical difficulties early on in the stream, and thanks for bearing with me. That'll do it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See you guys next time.